everybody out there in CFX Live Land. Welcome to our 2 o'clock show on day 2 of Fansworld Part 2.
There's a lot of twos in that
statement. There's a lot of twos today. And it's March 12th, which is another 2. So we're just like 2ing it up here all day, every day. But yeah, I'm going to give you guys a few more moments to get yourselves situated. We are live on Facebook, on Twitch, and on YouTube. Yay! We finally got 3 streaming software services happening at the same time. So please bear with us. If you have any comments, we got to search 3 different places for comments. So we're trying to stay on top of it.
But make sure you like, share, and subscribe this if you enjoy watching this. Share this live stream to your favorite groups. Yes. We're looking to get as many new viewers as possible. And you guys can help us out with that.
Absolutely. Yeah, please make sure you hit that notification bell, subscribe for when we go live, and all those other good stuff. And follow us as well. Don't just like us, don't just share us, but follow us too. We kind of appreciate that. So yeah, you guys, welcome in. I'm going to give you guys a few more seconds. Looks like we got about 18-ish viewers or so.
I got 20 on my feed.
Nice. Oh, there it goes. Now the number's jumping. Mine must be delayed a little bit. So yeah, welcome again, CFX Live, day 2. Now we are going to cover some more stuff about, you got your mask. Now what?
What are you going to do with it?
What are you going to do with it? How do you get it open? How do you deal with the head form? What do you deal with all the packing peanuts? Just kidding, that's your problem to deal with, not ours anymore. Ha-ha. So I hope you guys found our 12 o'clock segment really informative with Jonathan up here. Just kind of going through the order process, how to utilize the website and what all the drop downs mean and where you see the pricing, what happens when you add things in your cart, as well as the back end of things after you place your order here with us at CFX. So we are very thankful to have a wonderful person like Jonathan running our front office and making sure that we are all in line and making sure you guys get your best product possible. Did you have... You look like you're about to say something, Josh, right?
No, I'm not. You do your thing.
Okay,
I'll get to everyone's questions. They're questions. I'm reading everyone's questions. I'm compiling them.
No, my name is Tabitha. Josh is back over here behind the camera. I realized we didn't really introduce ourselves in our segment at noon. Most of you guys know who we are, but if you don't know, now you know. We are CFX, Silicone Masks, gloves, and a plethora of props.
So yeah, fun, right? So we are a full-service prop house. We specialize in silicone products. But we also do many different resins and foams. We produce props for movies and TV series. We're currently working on we're working on an Amazon series right now, and we have a different film project that just wrapped, and now it's getting replaced by a second one.
Absolutely.
So we do just about everything. We do custom props. I'm going to pan down onto the table here, and you can see just super small selection, but you know, some brains and fingers and tongues. We specialize in body parts, so we do very anatomically correct body parts. If you're looking for props for your new movie or for your escape room or for your haunted attraction, let us know. We can probably fill most of your needs. Our props are made of super high quality silicone, which means they're going to last much longer than most of your other props that are out there.
Absolutely. I love slinging the silicone guts and the silicone bits and pieces. Probably one of my favorite things is definitely our brains, especially the gel-filled one. It's just got realistic squishability. Like, I know what a real brain feels like, but this is what I imagine a real brain would feel like. And the guts. You can never go wrong with some guts, you guys. We just generically call these guts, but I think they're listed on the website as our small intestine. But yeah, we have large intestine, we have small intestine, and like Josh was saying, we have all the guts in between from the brain all the way down to the bottom, almost literally. We have a full set of guts that fit inside a Bucky skeleton. So if you're looking for something for your escape room for people to get really realistic style guts and body parts, we can do that. Or even if you're a teacher and you want to teach your kids or whoever you're teaching about,
you want to shock the class one day.
That's something that we have been told people do with the full kit of guts as well. I think we were at Fansworld 2 or 3 years ago, and someone's like, yeah, I'm a science teacher, and we have this and this and this, and we hand it around to the class, and the kids freak out because they think it's real. And I love that. Not only is it kind of a fun exposure to creepy things in a scientific learning environment, but they're learning about the actual body part with as closely realistic and detailed item as possible, so they really understand what they're working with.
And we can do all these props in different weights and materials. For the escape room crowd, we can embed RFID chips into them or magnets. Yep. We can make sure they weigh a certain amount, so that way it'll either be buoyant in water or not. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the escape games that are out there where you got to find the brain that floats correctly at the right level. But yeah, we do all that kind of stuff, and it's just part of our repertoire.
And as you can see, we can obviously paint them different ways as well. We have most of the healthy stuff out here on the table, but we can do radioactive paint schemes where the stuff glows in the dark. I think Josh is going to try to hit those UV lights, and we have some UV guts over there in the corner as well, so you can see the crazy UV aspect of things. We might be a little off camera over there. Or if you want them diseased or rotten, we can absolutely do that as well. And when it comes to arms or legs or fingers, we can do them in any skin tone you prefer as well. I think that's kind of important. People always forget about different types because, we can have a set of lungs, but sometimes the lungs aren't healthy, especially if you're smoking 2 packs a day for 20 plus years, you're going to have some gnarly looking lungs, right? So sometimes you don't always want the healthy, fresh, clean looking lungs. So we got that. Pretty much anything your heart desires when it comes to paint schemes. Just like our masks and our gloves, we can do the same thing to our other silicone pieces or our resin pieces.
Johnny needs a heart, both figuratively and literally.
Well, I think you have a literal heart, Johnny. I know you care so much.
It might be cold and frozen and hard, but I'm sure it's in there somewhere.
It's in there somewhere.
You got to just thaw it out.
I mean, we got hearts, Johnny. I know we've talked a little bit about that, but yeah, we do actually have quite a bit of the silicone body parts and bits. I was going to say pits for some reason. I was going to put bits and pieces together in one word. In stock right now. They are not part of our sale currently. But we do, during Fansworld, offer a discount on our guts, our small intestine, and some of our other pieces. So stay tuned for more information on that at a later date. Was there any other questions that I want to get into? Cool. So I think now I got to clear up my...
Are the body parts on sale?
They are not currently.
So yeah, the body parts still jibs are not part of the current sale.
Part of this sale.
But yeah, just kind of stay tuned is the best I can say on that one.
Yeah, and normally during our Fansworld trade show is when we offer the discounts on
hint.
So either come see us or yes. Alrighty, sorry, I was getting my handy dandy list here of things that we were going to talk about today. So real quick, maybe we should just reiterate the Fansworld sale that is happening right now. Josh is going to put up that graphic on screen. Just to remind you guys, we are running our Fansworld sale, and it goes all the way through next Thursday, the 18th. And we're offering $50 off any made-to-order items. Now, it's made-to-order masks or gloves only. This is not valid on anything in stock right now. So, $50 off made-to-order masks and gloves. You use CFX Fan21 as your code. Of course, we're still offering our free UPS ground domestic shipping. You're going to use code CFXUPS for that. And with all masks, you're going to get a free head form that is standard from us here at CFX. That's not just something we're offering during the sale. We will want to remind you guys that it is something that we do offer with every mask that is ordered here from the shop. And as part of Fansworld, you're going to get that super sweet swag bag like we were offering last year. Same thing this year. We're going to get the swag bag. You've got a lanyard. You're going to get a little worm in there. And, of course, the CFX sticker to show off your CFX love. All right. Let's see here. So do we want to go just straight into our general FAQ, or do we want to do how to get the masks on off the head?
No, let's do FAQ, and then we'll spend the rest of the time with head forms and washing masks and playing with the masks.
Cool beans. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and actually pull up the website, because on our website, we actually have a wonderful general FAQ down there. So I'm going to kind of go to there as a base, but also elaborate on a little bit. And you guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them down there in the comments. We will do our best to try to address them if they're relevant to the topic we are on right then, or we will absolutely address them near the end of our stream before we do some of our mask try-ons. Let's see here. Alrighty, so I guess we're just going to kind of start at the top. One of the questions.
Here, hold on one second, because I'm going to.
You're going to pull that up on the website?
Pull that up real quick. All right.
Wondermas! Look at that right there. So am I on and the website?
Hold
Or
on 1 second.
all right, sorry.
So it's just going to be the website.
Perfect. I'm okay with that.
But here, do me a favor. Walk over to here and talk into that microphone for me.
Over here?
Yeah.
I should be over here?
Yeah.
Woo!
There we go.
I'm dark though. Hold on. We gotta turn on some of our other
We
lights.
can fix that.
Okay. Wow, I'm really bright.
There we go. All right.
Alrighty. So as you can see right here, probably one of the questions we get asked the most often is, can you make a mask, custom prop, animatronic, or makeup effect for me? The short answer is absolutely. There are some nuances, of course, when it comes to things that you're looking for. 8 times out of 10, we've already done something very similar, or can do it with little effort. With our masks, we have a catalog of over 160 characters, and that's constantly growing. So the likelihood of us being able to utilize one of our existing characters with just a few modifications to get what you're looking for is greater than if you were to try and get something completely sculpted from the ground up. Not only is that a little bit more expensive, but there's also a longer process involved with that, since we do have to sculpt everything from the beginning. But yeah, if you have an idea of something that you're looking for, shoot us an email. And like we were talking earlier, we love reference pictures. So send us as many reference pictures of something that you're looking for that you might be wanting to create, whether it's a mask, a custom animatronic, or anything else in between. And we will be in touch with you and let you know what's doable. And so right below that is, what is a fully custom mask? And so that's a little bit of a nuance there, so I'm just going to kind of read straight down here. An altered mask is a CFX mask that has been altered or modified with such items like custom paint, horns, blood, hair, or any other add-ons. A fully custom mask is something that we would create directly from the ground up to meet your specifications. At that point, the mold, the reproduction rights, and the character design are all yours. That way you can do pretty much anything that you want with it in the world. You know, it's yours, it's your design, it's your character.
This is where indie filmmakers and, you know, other productions that are going to be, you know, using it for advertising and stuff like that, and you want to own your character, that's the route you want to go.
Absolutely. So, for example, we're working with a wrestler. We're working with a few wrestlers right now who are looking to do something of that nature. Which items are made to order and which ones are kept in stock? This is a wonderful question. In the past, we have relied heavily on a lot more made to order things, but we know that there are about a dozen of our designs that are so popular that it's hard for us to keep them in stock. Belial, our amps, some of our old people, and those kind of characters. So what we're doing this year and moving forward is trying to make sure that those more popular characters are kept in stock more often. So we are trying to reevaluate how often we keep new things in stock, and when that's the better option, you know, making sure that there's enough imps and Belials for you guys to order right before Halloween, because it never fails that we get like maybe October 2nd, we may not have any Belials in stock, and someone's like, how quickly can I get a Belial? And in October, not very quickly. So we're doing our best to make sure that we keep more masks that are more popular in stock for you guys. We're gonna go down to, saw a great mask or prop in your gallery. Are those items for sale? Most of the time, yes. Or if we don't physically have it, and if we own the rights to it, we can replicate it at any time. Alrighty, so this one, will your silicone mask fit my head? 9 times out of 10, yes. Hey Josh, do you want to come on and explain that one a little bit too, and maybe we can bring this imp demo over?
I don't know. Wasn't ready for that one.
I'm throwing
curveball at me.
Throwing curveballs.
I wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
All right, Kevin, hard. All right. I don't even know if this is on camera right now. Give me a second.
I can see the bottom part.
Yeah, but not very well. Let's make an
Down
adjustment
six.
here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so silicone masks are made to stretch. It is a very durable material. They stretch around your head. This is an example right here. He's kind of fastened down. But you see there's no seam lines or anything like that. He's all set, ready to go. Let me close that off. And so this is how big a silicone mask can get. So let me know when it's the size of your head. Right there. So as you can see, they stretch quite a bit. The silicone that we use, most of the silicones that we use stretch up to 9 times their original size. The way we design the masks is they'll fit most people's heads. They're designed to fit most. If you have a circumference of 23.5 inches or anywhere around that, you're going to be just fine. If you start exceeding like 23.5, 24 inches, it distorts the eyes a little bit.
So it does make it a little bit difficult to see. Will it fit your face? Absolutely. Will it be comfortable? After a certain point, around the eyes, not so much, and the mask may not perform as intended at that rate. But we do have a recommended fit range listed for every mask on our website. And if you have any questions or concerns, just let us know. Worst case, we have a shop full of a wide variety of different sizes of heads and people and shapes and all that stuff. We can probably find someone to throw on a mask for you real quick if you're not 100% sure. I know I've done that to Jonathan before with the deformed hood. I know that I've done that with Josh with the doll face.
If you do have a head that's much smaller than, if you're a male and your head is much smaller than 23.5 inches, or you're a female and your head is much smaller than 21.5 inches, reach out to us.
Yes.
We have a couple of options that we're just working on. It's part of my
super secret clown business.
yes, super secret stuff that I'm working on. But yeah, I will most likely be able to offer all of our male fit masks in a much smaller size.
So that's something super secret that we've been working on here at the shop. That I hope you
Only
guys
at Fansworld. This is the only time you're going to hear me mention it until I actually release it, because I'm going to get in trouble for doing this right now. But I'm excited about it because it is going to be game changing. It will expand our catalog by over 200 masks.
The other alternative, if the mask is a little bit big, you can always wear a beanie to help fill in that space, or a little bit of upholstery foam padding in the back of the mask if that's where you need it. A lot of people ask, can I use glue on my face to make the mask stick better? No.
Well, you can, but we don't recommend it.
Yeah. It's the adhesives that are out there that are made for silicone are made for smaller silicone appliances and not specifically for masks. And the silicone appliances are usually one-time use only and not meant to be worn again and again, unlike our masks.
Now, I know in the masking community out there, so remember, we deal with a lot of different clients. So we have the Halloween and horror enthusiasts. We have people that are just into masks. And then there's a whole subsect of maskers out there that this is what they kind of do as a lifestyle, and other things with it. And we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, so where was I going with this? I got totally distracted.
That maskers like to use some adhesive.
Oh, yeah, the adhesives. Telesis. So you can use like a telesis, a silicone adhesive. Prozaid probably won't work. Spirit gum, just throw that out the door. But yeah, something like telesis, like a telesis 8. You can use it around your lips and your eyes. I would definitely not do it around my eyes. Maybe around your mouth. But
Alan, no, do not use Gorilla Glue.
I mean, it would hold. We all know that.
Do not use the Gorilla Glue challenge on your silicone
But
masks.
you could. But let me preface this. I do not recommend it. Don't do this. But if you really wanted to, yeah, you could use an adhesive around your lips. Here's the thing. Once it's on there, you have to remove it from around your lips before removing the mask. If you go to take the mask off, you're going to rip the lips of that mask or your own lips. Yeah, so that's my input on that. I'm going to go back to the computer and drive this thing.
Realistically, we do not encourage the use of adhesives because for the most part, it's not needed. If you are finding that your lips are slipping out of the lip cupping areas, reach out to us and let us know, and then we can walk through different ways to help you with that because it's a little bit different with every person. Sometimes you have a beard or you have facial hair, which is preventing the silicone from sticking to your face. Some people are just naturally really sweaty, and sometimes that happens where after a little while you kind of start slipping out of the mouth section of the mask. But take the mask off, try off, put it back on.
Tyler says, I swear one day I'm going to see one of those seals give out. It seems like Josh makes it bigger each time. You haven't seen me make it go as big as I want to make it. Like,
He keeps wanting to pump it up really
you made
big.
it go much bigger. I'll just say that. Actually, one of these days, what I'll do is I'll try to find the original video. We actually have a video of it, and it's like a side-by-side comparison where we do pop it. We take it all the way.
It's a Belial mask. It's completely unpainted. It's a raw casting, but same thing. We sealed all of its extremities.
Glued it down to the head form.
Glued it down to the head form, and we did expand it. I can't remember exactly how big it was, but where it
was
failed,
like 7 feet.
It was big. It was like huge, and the only part that failed wasn't that mask itself. It's where we sealed the mask in order to perform the test. So that says something. All right, back to some of the questions. I've seen other silicone masks that do not have ear spaces or holes. Do yours? Yes. One of the reasons, or one of the purposes that we built the masks for is not only to look good, but also to perform good and make sure that the actors or whoever is wearing them is comfortable and have access to all of their senses. We want you to be able to see well. We want you to be able to speak and hear and breathe well through these masks. There are a few masks that have the exception that don't have nose holes, like our Yorick, but most of the time we can add nose hole channels into those masks.
And there's, I think, 2 different masks that don't have ear holes, and that would be Boogeyman or Gaunt. Maybe it's Gaunt.
No, I think everybody has ear holes.
Nope.
Ooh,
I was just doing inspections. She's wrong. It's rare. So I'm gloating in that. But yeah, we do have a couple that don't have ear holes, but they can always be added if it's a necessity. But just if you're looking for the overall aesthetic, the Gaunt mask is pretty smooth all over the place, and it would just look funny to have a hole. And there's no actual ear, so it'd look funny to have a hole there. That was a good question.
That was a wonderful question. All right, sorry, I lost
and
space.
let's go back to something of what we really pride ourselves on with the mask. Our masks are very wearable. Our designs and our sculpts are designed so that you're not wearing a ton of silicone.
Yeah.
They don't weigh a lot.
They're very evenly distributed because we have your comfort in mind.
Yeah. An average mask from us weighs between 5 and 6 pounds. There's other companies out there that far exceed that. We have had some heavy masks.
Oh, yeah.
I think one of our heaviest was when we had the Marvel license and we did Groot, and he exceeded.
It was like 13 pounds.
Yeah, I think it was close to 14 pounds.
Because
to be honest with
if
you.
you think about it, it was all the work, all the details.
Yeah, it was solid silicone that went up. And then we have a brand new mask, one of my surprise masks, and it's a little bit on the heavier side, but it's only about 8 pounds.
It's definitely under that 9-pound limit. And that's really our sweet spot. We don't like to go any heavier than that. Because it will start to detract from your performance while wearing the mask.
Yeah, I mean, the more weight you have on you, obviously, the less you're going to be able to wear that. And again, that's the nice thing about silicone. You just pull it off, refresh, and get back on. But yeah, ours are made. We have people wear the masks all the time for 8+ hours.
You've worn the masks.
Yeah, we have worn them at different cons and conventions for over 8 hours.
Absolutely. Thank you. Let's see. A lot of people ask, how long will my CFX mask really last? As long as you treat it good, to be honest with you. The silicone is a rubber, and the rubber that we use is rated to last upwards and over.
Well, it has a shelf life of 20 years.
Yes.
So once it's been cured or combined and cured, it has a shelf life of 20 years. Now, an actual mask out there in the wild, it will depend on what it's exposed to and stuff like that. But a mask sitting on a display form on your shelf, I mean, my oldest mask is 12 years old now.
Yes. And it's in near perfect condition. The only issues he has with it is just a slight bit of paint rub from his hat that he wears with part of his costume. That's pretty much it. So the masks will last you a really long time, and as long as you take care of them and keep the maintenance on them, which is very minimal, they will treat you just as good as you treat them. The question right below that is, if I need a repair to my mask, what can I do? Always reach out to us. We have repair kits, and we also offer repair services. If it's something that you feel comfortable and confident doing on your own, we can sell you a repair kit. But feel free to reach out to us regardless of your comfort level. We'll let you know what we think. We'll give you our suggestions on what you should do to repair. Or if you don't feel comfortable, which is totally fine, most people aren't comfortable repairing their own silicone masks, we do offer those services, and we'll let you know what we see, what we can fix, and even if we get the mask in and we notice a few other things that we didn't initially talk about, we'll absolutely let you know that we found these things, and if you would like us to address them and fix them and move forward.
And we do repair masks from every maker.
Absolutely.
It doesn't
not
have to be
just
a
our
CFX
mask.
mask.
Any silicone mask from anybody out there on the market, we do offer repairs on other people's products as well. Let's see. The next one is about foam latex appliances. I need to get those removed because we used to sell those. We do not sell those anymore.
So we're gonna cancel that.
So we're going to cancel those ones. And one of those other questions right there is, do you offer bulk discounts on your masks? Yes. We do offer bulk discounts on 10 or more masks during the months of November through August. Obviously not our busy season during Halloween and the prep leading up to Halloween.
But right now, it's told you want to order 10 masks, you're gonna get a discount.
Absolutely. We extend those offers usually to people who are opening new attractions, somebody who is retheming some of their events, if they're doing escape rooms, and you have a need for 10 or more masks. We do offer price breaks at that point. So just go ahead and reach out to us, info@compositeffects.com, and Jonathan will give you all that nitty-gritty details and all that good stuff. There's a little bit about sales and shipping and
Which we
whatnot.
covered
I know
earlier.
Jonathan covered a lot of that, so I'm going to kind of bypass that, but feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. Down here at the bottom is something that we're getting asked a lot more recently, since Twitch streaming and YouTube streaming and all the gaming channels have become more popular. Can I use your copyrighted work in my production? The short answer is yes, and some productions we have other requirements than we do for other things. If you're just live streaming and playing games on Twitch and YouTube, we usually just ask you to tag us and link to our website. Throw us a shout out every now and then.
Throw a credit out there for us.
Yeah, just let them, hey, the guys at CFX gave me my face. I love it. If you want a cool face, go to CFX, stuff like that. If you're using one of our masks as your featured character in a feature indie film, such as Dollface and Houses October Built, sometimes we have a little bit more of a nuanced agreement that we need to work out with you, but
It usually
specific.
winds up being our name in the credits.
It's usually
I'm just
something.
breaking it down as basic as it is.
It's usually something as a 5-second unshared credit in the beginning and or at the end of your production. But same thing, just reach out to us if you want to use one of our products in something that you're doing. We will let you know exactly what the specifics are for all of that stuff. And actually, we love you guys using our masks for things like that.
We're going to try to make those doors as open as possible for you.
Absolutely.
We're not going to try and make it difficult. But there are certain things when it comes to IP protections
Yes.
that we have, there's steps that we have to follow. I mean, you guys know how much we've been getting scammed out there by all the Chinese companies and knockoffs. You guys, we have to protect our IPs.
Yeah.
And so in order to do that, we have to take certain steps. So that's why we just reach out to us. We're not going to be difficult
Yeah,
to
we're
work
not
with.
gonna be mean, we're not gonna be rude, we're not gonna be difficult to work with, because we love seeing your guys' love for our products and that you guys appreciate them so much and you think they're so awesome that you want to utilize them in whatever it is that you're doing. So just reach out to us. The process is really simple. We love seeing that stuff out there, so we definitely want to be able to work with you on that. And I was trying to think, so that covers most of the FAQ from the website.
No, cover merchandising with the masks.
I was like,
Obviously,
Josh,
I got her off. I caught her off
I was
guard.
like, Josh obviously has something he wants to talk about.
So all along those same lines. So you can create a character with our mask. You can do all the kind of stuff. You can use it in the haunt. You can use it in your promotions. You can use it in your advertising. What you cannot do is create T-shirts with that image on it and then sell those T-shirts. You can't create artwork with the imp on it and then sell those. Personal artwork, personal stuff is all fine, but yeah, you can't turn it into your own business using one of our characters. Even though you bought the mask and you own the mask, the actual design and IP is still owned by CFX. And again, it's one of those, we're not trying to be difficult. It's the way the legal system works. So yeah, I just want to mention that is the biggest caveat, and that's what raises the most red flags, is if there's merchandising involved. So you're making a movie and your star character is the imp. Well, you can't make a shirt with, the imp can be on it, but he can't be called the imp and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully that clarifies that. If you have any questions, reach out, and like I said, we'll talk to you all through it.
Very few and far between do those instances really come up, but we know that they are a little bit tricky nowadays, so we do definitely want to be able to work with you on that. There was one other thing right there, but yeah, we also have a lot of answers to all these questions on our website, or just reach out to us. We love to take care of you on all of that. Let's see, did we have questions going on? I'm not on Facebook right now. I'm gonna probably scamper back over. Oh, look, I'm swirling again.
There you go.
I was gonna scamper back over in front of the booth, but I kind of like the swirl pattern that's happening behind me. I'm gonna go on YouTube real quick and double check and see if we have any questions, comments, concerns. Josh, do we have anything floating around on Facebook? that we
Just
need to
little
look
things
at?
like Tyler's mentioned, they're all over eBay, unfortunately. Yeah, we know, we reach out to people all the time and ask them to not do it. Again, it's one of those things, we're not gonna, I mean, we're gonna follow up on it, don't think we're not gonna follow up on it, but it's, again, this is not what our focus is, you know, we don't wanna be scouring the internet trying to chase all this stuff down. I keep talking to you guys about all these new mask designs, and I'm not showing them to you. That's because I have to focus on making molds and masks and stuff. And if I'm chasing all those legal battles down, it doesn't help. And then, you know, honestly, that's what, you know, Kenny was on yesterday talking about how we were delayed because we keep getting pulled in all these different directions, trying to just handle the business side of things.
Absolutely.
That we're, you know, but that's changing, and that's obviously you can see that's what we're going to focus on.
So yeah, you guys, if you see any of those scam ads or websites or whatnot, just please be sure to report them, especially on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. Just report them as scams. That way those services know that whoever is running those ads should not be running those ads. That obviously does really help us. Don't necessarily send those to us because there's not much we can do, like Josh was saying, on our end. We have our attorneys and our lawyers kind of working on some stuff on the back end of things for that. So you don't need to send them to us, but we appreciate you letting us know that they are still out there.
And I hope you guys do notice, like, most of those sites got shut down.
Absolutely.
We've been busy.
I took a lot of time out of my my months last year during the season, during the Halloween season, trying to go through all the proper channels on Facebook to do all that stuff. I'm going to segue back over here onto the main screen.
And while she's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and put the graphics up real quick for our Fansworld sale.
Yes, just to reiterate again, you guys, just so you all know what that sale is. And just remember, it is made to order items only. If for whatever reason you accidentally put anything in stock in your cart and try to use those codes, we're going to have to reach out to you and be like, hey, sorry, we can make to order this, but it won't be an in-stock item. If you need an item within a certain amount of time, if you have a deadline that you need to hit, let us know when you place that order, and we will do our best to accommodate said schedule. But if we don't know you need it by a certain date, we obviously don't know you need it by a certain date. So please let us know any of those bits of information when you place your order. It looks like I just got people saying hello and hi on YouTube.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot going on
There's a
over
little talk back and forth over on Facebook just about how, you know, Wish.com and all these other places.
Yeah. Wish is the worst. I've noticed. There's not a whole lot we can do with Wish. Wish is tricky, and everybody knows not to order anything off of Wish anyway, right? Like, y'all know you're never gonna get what you want off of Wish. So let's just not. But yeah, so we do appreciate you guys. Anytime you see those, share those. But just remember, this is your friendly neighborhood scam alert reminder. Please do not buy. Also, do not share those because if you share those links, especially on Facebook and whatnot, it just adds to their view count and just kind of reinforces, yeah, they want to see stuff like this. So just mark it as scams and spam.
And you know, I get the temptation that you're like, hey, I want to know what I'm going to get. What am I actually going to get? There's plenty of videos out there. You can look and see what you're going to get. What happens is every sale that these companies make just reaffirm that it's a successful business model to them. What they're sending you is worth maybe $1. And even if they're only charging you the $29.95, that's $28 in profit for every mask that they make. And they didn't spend any money on this mask. We all know it because we spent the money to make the mask initially and then they just copied them. So yeah, so do your best to restrain from just giving them any business. I would just, for us, we just steer completely clear from it now.
Absolutely.
When we see a website, we have a little system in place now where we just notate the website and the address and we send it off and it gets taken care of automatically.
Alrighty. So I think people kind of want to see how to get these masks on and off a head form.
All right. So I guess that means I have to come back into the picture a little bit, right?
Yeah. So I don't know which is going to be the best one. So Steampunk Nephilim is on a regular head form if you wanted to maybe use him as...
Is our alcohol over there?
There it is.
All right.
So when you get your CFX mask from us here at CFX, it comes in a wonderful box. That box is filled with not only packing peanuts, but
a lot of packing peanuts,
but it will be your mask on a head form, covered in 2 layers of plastic. You'll get a plastic bag that it comes in, and a nice bubble wrap plastic to protect it, in addition to a care card, which just basically gives you general information on how to care for your mask. All of this information is on our website, as well as our how to wash your silicone mask video, which we will cut to in a little bit here. So
hand me that blank headphone.
So we'll start with here. We got to do some rearranging here.
Actually, hold
on the countertop.
Hand down, because I will show removing it first.
That's what I was trying.
Yeah, I don't want to do it with steampunk Nephilim,
Like
since that's an artist special.
Well, he's just the only one that's on a solid headphone, I think. That's why I was pulled him down. Same like Delilah's. Or
yeah, I don't want to do any of
Stalker
your
Lab.
specials, please.
Those are the only ones that are on regular headphones, I think.
Alright, so we have the Vine Creature with a custom paint job. This is the Demogorgon paint job. We did this one up last year. It was going to be a custom character that we were going to do.
I think we might still be doing something with that, so let's not talk too much about it.
Yeah, so I'll just stop right there. But it was going to be a custom character.
Sorry.
All right, let's see here. So yeah, alcohol. That's the trick. All right, so no alcohol needed to remove the mask.
I'm good.
You okay?
I'm alive.
All right. Fell right on our head.
No, it fell on my shoulder, actually.
All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to face the mask so it's away from you. So face and face, right? You're going to pretend like it's on your face. You're going to flip the bib up. You're going to get your hands up underneath it right there. And you're just going to kind of roll it up off the chin. Rolling the silicone will really help protect it from ripping and tearing, right? You once it's rolled like that, I can put all kinds of pressure on it. And you're just going to kind of roll it up and over the head. And it's going to kind of go like that. I use my knees so the headphone doesn't fall to the ground. And bam, it's off.
Yeah, don't be afraid to manhandle the headphone a little bit.
It does require a little bit of to pop it off.
I was gonna say finesse, but finesse is too gentle of a word.
Yeah, that would make sense. It's definitely a.
Yeah, it's definitely a pop.
Okay. Boom. All right.
Sorry,
I'm just making sure I'm keeping up with everything.
I'm trying to keep up with comments if you just kind of want to keep doing your thing.
The packing peanuts have been the best way that we found to actually protect the mask, and that because a lot of our masks have horns, and it's really for like that kind of stuff. And it's much easier for us to just use one packing material versus a bunch of other ones. Mm-hmm. We have a corrugated cardboard machine that it makes the cardboard packing stuff, and we'll use that every once in a while. But yeah, it's still packing peanuts. We had gone to a biodegradable packing peanut for a short period of time, and that just led to all kinds of other issues. We're gonna leave that one. Come talk to me about it in person. I'll tell you all about the biodegradable packing peanut issue.
I mean, it was a great concept, but its execution was a little bit lacking.
And it's because we were looking to try and change. We care about the environment.
Nick says we need Oompa Loompas. Yeah, I know we do. We do need Oompa Loompas to help us do stuff here and there.
All right, handy dandy, 99% alcohol. We have tons of this stuff.
Like the spray bottle. The spray bottle gonna be easier for you?
Yeah, give me the spray bottle. Even easier is when it's in a Mr. Spray bottle. We have our mask. It's been cleaned. It's gone through everything. You've already worn it. It's ready to go back on the display. I'm going to spritz the head form a little bit there, and I just kind of do that. And then, honestly, just if you want, you can spray the mask one last time, and then you
use your chest.
Bam, and it's done. You're all mad at me for how easy that just was, because I know how much you've all struggled. I've had that same struggle. That's it. That's what you do. Pulling it off.
Maybe do that a little bit slower for the people in the back.
They have YouTube settings. Watch that one on the slow speed. All right, but that's what the alcohol does. The alcohol is a game changer. I'll be honest. I'm going to give all the credit. George at Immortal. Thank you. That was some of the best advice ever. That was a trick that we picked up from the Immortal Mask team. We were talking one day. He's like, "You're not using alcohol?" We're like, "Well, we're done." But down.
There you go. Easy peasy.
And so I just spread it, and I do a little rock.
I said spread it.
I spread it all the time.
Wow. Honestly, when you put your mask back on the head form, imagine like you're putting it on yourself, but you're just putting it on a smaller version of yourself in front of you.
And it's all about rolling the bib.
Yes.
And getting your hands up underneath the bib, getting a firm grasp on that silicone right there. Again, I'm keep doing this over and over again. You see how much easier it is with a regular head form? You guys have seen me try and struggle with our travel ones.
The three-piece ones are an adventure when we go to our trade shows, which is why we don't like taking the masks off those ones on camera because it looks funny.
Was there anything else that we were going to do with the head form?
Specifically with the head form, no. But
Okay.
putting the mask on and off yourself
All
is
right.
another one. And different ways that people put the mask on and off.
All right. So yeah, there are a couple of ways to put the mask on. There's no one correct way of doing it.
There are many wrong ways.
Yeah, there are quite a few wrong ways. But usually the best thing to do, like I said, the trick is to roll that bib all the way down so that way you have a nice, strong bond right there. Stick your hands in like you're diving into a swimming pool. See that? Mask is all the way in. It's in past my wrists. I'm all the way up in this mask right now. All
It's
right.
all been there.
Make sure the face is facing your face.
Yeah, all of its facial features need to line up with yours. So the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Otherwise, you're going to have a mask on sideways. You're going to have a bad time.
And I'm not going to demo that one for you. I've done
No.
that one before.
No, we don't do many videos of other people doing that.
So see what I'm doing? I'm spreading that thing with my wrists. I'm using my wrists to just put pressure on it. You see how far I've stretched the mask on that inflated demo? Don't
You're
be
not going to
afraid.
hurt the mask.
For me, I have short hair. So what I like to do is I like to start at the crown of my head, right here, right where it starts to curve down. I lock it in, and I do a stretch with my hand, and I slide back in. That's the exact movement that I do. It's in. I can see out the eye holes. I slide down my cheeks, and the mask is on.
One thing real quick before we get too much further. If you have rings or earrings
remove
or
your
facial
jewelry.
piercings, it's just better and safer practices for your mask just to remove any objects whatsoever. You see me all the time. I remove all my rings anytime before I put a mask on. It's just to prevent any issues with creating holes, little separation sections in your mask,
tears,
minor micro tears or anything like that. Obviously, you want to make sure that your mask is in the best working possible condition, and the best way to make sure that happens is to remove any extremities.
Am I? No, okay, yeah, I'm just so far back there, and I couldn't
You were
see
blending.
myself.
You
Yeah.
thought you were a mask for a second.
All right, so I'm gonna do my method first. This is my favorite way of putting them on, and so it's boom, back of the head, stretch. I can see my hands are still inside the mask,
Keep your hands
see
inside
this?
the mask until you can see out of it.
and then I just set it on my face, and then I'll do two hands.
And massage it into place. You never want to use your fingernails.
Yeah, you don't
or
want
the
to be
tips of your
going in.
fingers.
You don't want to be going in, all that. If you do need to adjust, sometimes it is easier to take it off and restart, but you can kind of open it up and just get your hand in there, wipe away any hair, and then come back. All right, so that's that way. Now I'm going to show you how to take it off, and then I'll put it on if you had long hair. And so when I take it off, same thing. I roll the back, and I'll take my entire hand, not my fingers. I'll take my hand in, and I'll separate the mask, and I'll pull it off the back of my head like that. I'm going to put it on a completely different way and take it off in another completely safe manner.
Absolutely.
All right, so are we good? Any questions?
Not really. Johnny was like, "Oh my god, I haven't been able to get my rocking mask back on the head form since I got it. I'll have to try that."
You're gonna die.
You're gonna be so mad.
It's 100% game changing with the alcohol, which is why we're doing this demo right now, because we've been telling people for the last 2 years at trade shows, like, hey, this is how you do it. But obviously last year we didn't have any trade shows, and so not a lot of people learned. Okay, so now if you have longer hair, you're not going to want to put it in the back because all that hair is going to be in your face. So you're going to put your hair back,
And
similar to what Tabby's doing.
Forehead.
Yep. And so I'm going to put it on my forehead, and I'm going to go back and forth with it. And it's the exact same thing. And that'll help keep the hair out of your eyes. Okay? Same thing. I know Brett, our general manager, he always takes them off completely different than me. So he'll come in, and he comes up underneath the chin, and he just pulls it up like that. And so it's basically pulling up off the chin so that way nothing snags, and the mask will literally just peel right off your face.
I think we're frozen.
Oh, uh-oh.
And Josh has got the best face possible while he's frozen.
Wow, look at that.
That's the best dirt face I think I've ever seen on you, Josh. Hold on, I might.
All right, keep talking. Here, come over here to the green screen for me real quick.
Oh, the green screen. All right.
Just trust me. All right, hopefully we're still there, guys.
All
Hopefully
right,
we're
bear
still there.
with us, babes. Bear with us. All right, yeah, it looks like we got some video over here on the green screen. I am a bit dark though. Darkness, like my life. Ooh, now I'm bright, shiny again. All right, you guys. So I'm over here. I'm trying to take Nadia off of this 3-piece head form right now. Whee, look how easy that was. I'm actually really impressed with myself. So yeah, when we're at trade shows, there's a few different ways that we tell people how they can put the masks on and off. Like Josh was saying, you put the mask on your hands as if you're clapping all the way up to your wrist. Make sure its facial features are lined up with your facial features, and you stretch this guy or girl as far as you need to get them on your head. A lot of people are like, I'm gonna break the mask. You're not gonna break the mask. I don't think even Jeremy Kinley's been able to stretch our mask quite enough for him to break
Have
it.
you told anyone about how we? Okay, so at Comic-Con, one of the things we like to do is, again, you guys know, everyone always questions the durability of a silicone mask. Like, oh, why, it's not gonna make it. So at San Diego Comic-Con, what we usually do, there's always all the cosplayers, and there's always someone that's like Conan or or just muscle-bound guys out there that are cosplaying, right? And so we usually try to find the biggest dude out there, and we go, hey,
come here,
come back, and try. If you can rip one of our masks, we'll give you one.
Yeah.
And we make it a big spectacle for everyone to see. It's a great demo for us. If he's able to rip it, we're gonna give him a mask. No one's ripped it yet, and obviously it's not.
There's a
pulling it from an eyeball or anything like that, but it's kind of doing what I'm doing.
Like splitting
where,
the mask.
I don't care how muscular you are, you're not going to be able to tear the mask from the neck like that.
Absolutely.
So, all right, I'll let you finish it up.
And then, basically you want to line your face up with its face. And like Josh was saying, for the girls and for me, I always start with my forehead and I rock it back and forth on my face. So you go forehead, back, forward, you can see. And adjust. And you're in, right? Instantaneously, a completely different character.
And you can go to the main cam again whenever you're.
I better look good on this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we can just let's stay on this cam since we know it's working.
Oh, that's fine. I'm here right now.
Yeah.
And so same thing for women. Or anytime I describe how to get a mask on and off, you always go underneath the bib. And I like to put my hands in as much as possible, stretch it, and go straight up. That's usually what we do at conventions for people who have never put on a mask before. For Josh and I, we have different methods how we like to take the masks off. I like to go under, he likes to go from behind and flip that bib up. Whatever works best for you. There are many wrong ways, but few incorrect ways, if that makes sense.
And I don't know what was missed when it all froze up, but I'm gonna just real quickly do the same thing again with the male fit mask, doing the front to back method. And so it's again on my forehead, back and forth. And again, the key is keeping your hand in the mask until you can see. And then it's just kind of positioning it and going from there. Now to remove it from the front, again, I might be repeating this, but inside, off the chin and up. Boom.
And Tyler was like, quick, someone screenshot it.
I saw that.
I did.
All right, you're back.
All righty. Now that we're back all up over here, now that I'm not in that mask anymore. But you see how easy it is if you have long hair, just to tie it back. If you have bangs, you can wear a wig cap. That way it'll help prevent the bangs from floating around in your face. But if you do have longer than like chin or maybe like right at your shoulder length hair, kind of like I do, it's always best just to tie it back just a little bit. That way your hair doesn't travel around in the mask too much. And when you take the mask off or even put it on, it doesn't pull your hair as much either when it's kind of tied down and constrained. If you're worried about any like hair bumps or whatever showing, sometimes doing a simple braid down the back will work, 2 braids, or pin the braids up if you're familiar with wearing wigs and all of that stuff. But if you have any of those questions, email us, message us, and we will give you our best suggestions.
So Sherman wants to know, is there a type of makeup that's better to use in the eye areas?
I'm a big fan of hybrid-based makeup or alcohol-based makeup.
So yeah, either an alcohol-activated makeup or a hybrid of those.
Yeah.
Grease paints work, but they will smear off on the inside of your mask. Now that grease paint should smear right, you should be able to clean it right off the inside of the mask without any staining, but it is an extra step and it will kind of wear off your face after a while. A hybrid or alcohol-based makeup will stay on until you remove it with alcohol or a remover. The disadvantage to that is spraying alcohol near your eyes. So just always be very careful. I do it. I use it. European Body Art. They're Enduro brand. I use that around my eyes all the time. I love it because it'll stay for 8 hours and it doesn't get all over the place when I remove the mask.
Absolutely. And they also sell an activator that is a little bit less aggressive, I guess, is the best word, than using just straight.
The 99 alcohol, yeah. Spray 99 alcohol right near your eyes. Just be ready for some stinging. I'm an old school honk guy, so that I'm just used to, I've been having alcohol sprayed in my eyes for years now.
Right.
So.
The airbrush alcohol from an airbrush gun works great. There are hybrid versions of the two where it's water resistant, but it has the beautiful qualities of the alcohol based, so that it doesn't smudge. And I think European Body Arts just came out with a water-based line that is amazingly smudge resistant. I haven't gotten a chance to use it myself yet. I'm hoping that at Fansworld I get to play with some of that so I can give you guys a new recommendation, if that's the case, for different makeup to use with your masks. Let's see.
So will we be selling bodysuits soon or taking commission on bodysuits? We always take we always take commission on bodysuits. If you wanted a bodysuit, we can do a custom commission for you. They are pricey. I'm not trying to talk you out of it, but I'm just prefacing they're not inexpensive. We do not plan on releasing bodysuits right now. We are going to really focus on our mask lineup. We have a couple of little surprise things that are additions to the mask lineup. But yeah, so I want to get a bunch of new sculpts out and a bunch of new designs. We have a new female core that's being introduced that will change the way the female fit masks or the female fit mask wear on people. Yes. Sorry, I was having trouble speaking right now.
All right, you see how I have to do it.
But yeah, so no plans on introducing a line of bodysuits, but we've done bodysuits for Game of Thrones for the Night King.
Yeah, we've done the torso piece.
Yeah, we have a gore piece that we've done before that's kind of on an apron, but it's basically the full gore stuff. But we don't have a full silicone bodysuit. There are other companies out there that are making amazing pieces on that. We do not have that in our plans right now. We don't. We're not even interested in it right now, just because we have other things that we're focused on. Hopefully that doesn't disappoint too many people, but I'm just going to be honest with you about it. Yeah, we've taken a lot of questions on the bodysuits. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, there's a lot of R&D in those that we have not put that time into them just yet. Again, like I said, the bodysuits that we've created are more torso pieces that don't have the arms. But yeah. So that's kind of the answer to that.
Never,
but if you wanted a commission one, we can do one. In fact, we actually have a core that we can model it all off of and everything like that. We don't have we think our priority needs to be back on masks and make sure that we're releasing a bunch of new stuff.
We're trying to listen to you guys' critiques and concerns about wanting new masks and stuff. So we're doing that. Joe does have a wonderful question. Since he says he's going to be performing in his mask daily, he's concerned about fading in the sun. For most of our masks, that kind of concern isn't as prevalent.
They're pretty UV resistant.
The only exception would be any of our white or porcelain style masks if left in the sun continuously. So, for example, the Joker version of Jack the Ripper or the Imp or Mac. If you
any of the porcelain paint jobs
in the sun, 8 hours a day, 7 days a week for months at a time, yes, you may start to see some yellowing occurring. But if you take care of your masks and you make sure that you're not leaving it in the sun,
standard exposure to sun will not affect it. What Tabby's talking about is extreme uses. We've done
just leaving it on a display shelf.
We've done skins for animatronics for various theme parks and stuff like that. And sometimes it's mostly with the pure white.
Yeah.
It's something in that pigment that will take a little bit of yellowing. But the material itself is completely UV resistant. The silicone won't break down in the sun. It's not going to rot or anything like latex. So yeah, you'll be good with that.
Absolutely. And he's like, oh, great, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's a big concern of yours because you are out there performing with the Saints and the Pelicans and stuff all the time. So wonderful question, and I hope we were able to answer that beautifully for you. Well, we're hitting our hour mark.
And I still have a video that I want to play for everybody.
Do you want to maybe segue/end on that video?
Yeah, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to pop up the graphics right now.
I was like, we still had some masks that people wanted us to try on. So I don't know if you maybe want to throw on Teratomo real quick, as well as a few other things that I know that people have been wanting to see. So we're going to get some masks tried on for you guys really quick. And then we are going to end the segment
On how to
with
wash your
how to
mask.
wash your silicone mask. That video is also on our YouTube page, so if for whatever reason you aren't able to watch the last few minutes of the stream, it is up there. I will do my best to make sure I link to that video for whatever reason if you're not able to watch it in the comments down below.
So just the green teratoma?
So just teratoma, yeah, that's the only one we have right here. And with teratoma, you can wear him as is, or if you want to hide your human face a little bit, you can wear a balaclava.
I'm going to put him on without the balaclava because my beard usually looks kind of creepy.
I like it. It looks gnarly because you can add like slime and stuff in there. You can put some Vaseline or KY jelly, just make it look really gnarly. There's teratoma. I can't remember who was asking about teratoma last hour. I apologize, but there he is. Right for you. I love teratoma. He is so underrated, especially this green version.
I want to say he's underrated. He's one of our better sellers.
Well, I meant specifically this green one.
Yeah, the green. The red one gets a lot of love. But we sold quite a few. Remember, we sold 2 of them to that one haunt.
Yeah, there's a haunt in France that bought 2 of them in 2019. They were great.
Okay, put him in the wash pile.
Not a
and
problem.
then, so I know there's a request for a Derek. And some of the
other natural
humans.
We don't have a Derek in stock right now, but we do have our Gunslinger. We do have our Clarence.
We're gonna get crazy.
And who do you have right now?
Look at what I got.
Oh, so you guys are gonna get a special treat.
So
remember
this is
how we talked
geezer?
about how we do modifications all the time? Without some hair on this guy, you might think he's kind of familiar. Oh, I should have brought a cloak up here.
Should have.
Shite. Do I have one over here? I might have one off camera.
Oh, he's gonna go get it. Hold on a second. I can't wait. I'm gonna have to turn around. I'm turning around.
No wait. No wait. No wait.
All right, hold on.
I wasn't ready. I didn't know he had this mask. Hold on.
What do you do?
Hold on. Hold on. It's all tight. Hold on. Stop.
Oh, is it just like that?
No, hold on. No, I got the figure. Okay, sorry. I'm a dork.
Welcome to the dark side. Yes.
So, needless
Feel
to
the
say,
power of the dark side.
yes,
We
feed
want
your
cookies
anger.
on the dark side.
Dude, cookies? I want cookies. We have cookies on the dark side. I didn't know
You
this.
didn't know we have cookies?
Yeah.
Well, okay. All right. So yeah. So our Codger mask. I'm sorry. Our geezer with the Palpatine modification. So boom. Gonna pull him off.
So, I think he's waiting for hair.
Yeah, he is waiting for hair. Like no, I think he gets a wig on that one.
I don't know what that guy
All
was
right.
on that one. So what other one are you bringing out now?
I got all the realistics because
Is this-
everyone always wants to see the
Mac? This
realistics.
is Mac, right?
This is Mac. Yeah, Mac's the guy. And so this is just our average aged male, super versatile mask that is used for a lot of our modifications. You want to talk
Tyler.
about the dermal synthetic stuff a little bit?
Yeah, and Tyler, yes, I do believe we grabbed that slits for you.
Yes, exactly.
So Dermal Synthetics was a line that we created, more than a couple years back now.
A long time ago.
That was aimed more at the realistic style of natural human characters, and it was created for medical industry to a degree. It was mainly created for people who have
Physical
disfigurations
deformities.
or physical deformities, or have been in accidents or have burns and stuff like that. We wanted to create a line of masks that closely represented a natural human face for that. There was specifically a gentleman who had severe burns all over his face, and for years would never go outside and
Wouldn't even go to the mailbox.
wouldn't even go to the mailbox. And he got one of our masks and he put on the mask, and he said he went out to his mailbox, and for the first time in 10 plus years, he felt comfortable and confident and didn't feel like people were going to be staring at him. So those are some of the feel-good stories of stuff that we do here at CFX. And one of the reasons why the natural human line was expansive for so long, and we haven't really delved back into that because we haven't seen much of a need for that. But also, we don't want to, we feel like we have a good selection of a lot of natural humans right now.
Is this Remy? I think this is Remy. Remy the Stranger. Yeah, it's a Remy.
Yeah, that's Remy. See, like, we
It's hard
have...
to tell sometimes when they're not on a headphone.
So this Remy is identical to this guy. This guy just has a hobo paint job. You're gonna see this guy at the Midnight Mayhem apparel booth at Fansworld on the costume. Sorry, I snuck that one in there. So yeah, Brian, I'm talking about you. I know we've been talking about getting some of our masks on with some of our friends at costume companies, so you can see how that looks. Miguel, yes, we do make a dark mall style mask. It is using our MAC as the base. But shoot us an email and we can send you some pictures of 2 versions that we do, as well as Sauvage Opress. We can do those modifications. We don't have those listed on the website because we just want to make sure we're running by the copyright stuff all correctly, but we can make them as much as we want because we're not selling them or calling them those products. They are a modification based off of one of our existing characters. But the short answer is yes. Shoot us an email and we can do it.
All right, so hey, I don't know. I wanted to try this one on for you guys, and then I thought about things a little bit. And in today's world, it's such a sensitive world. So please know that we are all inclusive in our mask designs. So we have every skin tone available out there. This is not to be worn in parody and stuff like that. It's stupid that I have to say things like this. But you guys all know, right? There's nothing, I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm showing off our product lineup right now. You all know where I'm going with this, like what people would say about
and
my skin tone pitting on something like this. But again, this is just, we want to be all inclusive to everybody out there. And it's not just white people that buy silicone masks. Everybody buys silicone masks. So we do every skin tone available.
Absolutely.
I am going to pop him on because he's a different mask style.
Yeah.
But just so you guys know, it'll be real short and quick.
We are aware and we are conscious of those nitty gritties that are out there.
But so yeah, so this is our clearance mask, which is our older African male.
I believe this is like the dark, right?
Yeah, the darker skin tone.
We do have a lighter skin tone.
Just putting it out there. This is for everybody.
Minding our P's and Q's.
Yep. All right. I feel so stupid for having to do that, but it's 2021. And everyone's so mad at everybody.
Right.
All right.
Here's our
there we go. Now we get back to the
Tyler.
front. I'll wear this one all day.
So this McGillicuddy is a great mask. I think his name is fantastic. I think he was named as part of a fan.
Naming contest.
He was a naming contest name, and I think that name is perfect for him. And he's so versatile. My favorite is his pale, where he's all pale. And oh my God, when I first got hired here, somebody got him in pale with like black wispy hair and black goo, and it was just so awesome. So whoever that was, if that's you, if you're watching, that mask is rad. I think somebody else needs to order one so we can have another one come to the shop because I think it's rad.
All right.
Let's see. Are there any specific care for the gloves? I do cover that in the video that we're going to cut to in a few minutes here. It's pretty much the same as the mask. It just gets a little bit more tricky with the gloves because the finger areas, you can't turn the gloves, some gloves, all the way inside out. And so we recommend just trying to get in there with paper towels and stuff to get as much moisture out of there as possible. But it's pretty much exactly the same since they're made out of the same material. And Emmanuel asks, is it possible to make a Marvel thing mask similar to the Fantastic Four 5 movie? Wow, that was really hard for me to say.
Fantastic Four 2005
movie.
4205.
The short answer is yes. We actually have our Golem silicone mask, who is a rock creature, and we have done him. We don't have him up here right now. And we have done him in that orangey sandstone color. Funny story. We did a Mask of the Month customization on that really made it look like Ben Grimm from that 2005 movie, and gloves to match it. We did them so well that Marvel called us and said, stop it. And we said, hey, well, how about we make them with you? And they said, okay. And that's how we got our Marvel deal in a nutshell. So yes, absolutely, we can do that. Since Golem is our character, we can recreate that color scheme and that character styling, no problem.
All right, I'm gonna put the graphic on the screen real quick for the sale.
Yeah. Oh, so you guys, I think we're gonna try to scrub through here. Really, any last questions that you guys may have? We're gonna put that graphic up there, like Josh just said.
One last thing I did forget to mention that Tyler had asked much earlier. Hold on one second. We're gonna take that graphic off.
Just kidding. No graphic for you.
But they got it for a little bit.
No graphic for you.
And let's go back to it. Bam. The head forms come in ivory
Or black.
or black. The standard color is ivory. You have to ask for the black. Well, why? Why would they come in black? Because they just look better. I have to add pigment to this one, so it's an extra step. It doesn't cost anymore, but why am I going to do extra steps if people don't mind? And we do have some masks that look better on the white forms. Some of the humans and stuff like that.
Yeah, some of the humans, or if you have a porcelain imp or a character that is based in white, do look better on the white head forms.
This is just the natural color of the polyfoam, and then we add pigment to this one. Again, it's not like it's a big deal. We're not going to upcharge you for the black. You just have to request it. We usually have a fair amount of both in stock. We sell equal amounts of them. So that's the whole story on the colors.
Yeah, that's why. And Tyler, yeah, man, I'm excited for you to get your slits. Tomorrow we're gonna cover costuming and some stuff like that. So hopefully you can tune in and you can see what we go over.
I know Tyler's gonna kind of be out a little bit tomorrow.
That's right. He did say he was gonna be, because it's your anniversary, right? Oh my gosh, we'll have an anniversary. But they will be up here on Facebook and replayable on YouTube as well as on Twitch. So you can always come back in and check on those videos at a later date, Tyler, for nuances when it comes to costuming. So, all right, Josh, you gonna put that code back up there?
So why don't you go ahead and say goodbye to everybody?
Not a problem. All right,
you
guys, give me 30 seconds. Let me double check on YouTube. Make sure we don't have any crazy new comments over there. Don't look like it. Not a whole lot on Twitch. There's a lot of people watching. So you guys,
and remember, tomorrow we're back. 3 segments tomorrow, and we're getting into even more meat tomorrow. We're pulling out the wardrobe rack. We're going to have everything out and available.
Absolutely, you guys. So real quick, the code's up there on the screen for you guys to get $50 off. Use code CFXFan21. For your free UPS ground domestic shipping, use code CFXUPS. You're getting a head form with every mask ordered here from the shop that is standard. That's not just through the sale, but you're getting that head form and that swag bag with every order that is placed through Fansworld. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to follow us. Tune in tomorrow at noon, at 2, and at 4. So until then, goodbye. Central time. Until then, enjoy this how to wash your silicone mask and glove video, and we'll see you then. Hi everyone, Tabitha here with Composite Effects, and I'm going to show you how to wash your silicone mask. Just kidding. Here's how you really wash your silicone masks. Hi everybody, it's Tabitha with Composite Effects. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to wash your silicone mask. A lot of people ask us how to care for the masks and how to wash them if they get too dirty. In this video, I'm going to show you 2 different ways where you can clean out your masks or gloves or any other silicone product, as a matter of fact. I'm going to show you a method of how to do a quick clean with just some alcohol in a spray bottle, or how to do a deep clean for your masks if you're using them in a haunted house setting and they feel a little bit dirty, or you want to give them more of a deep clean after the end of the week and whatnot. So we are in an area of the shop with a sink, and we've got our mask here. We've got Hugo, and I'm going to show you how to give him a bath. All right, so here we go. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you one quick method of how to just give your mask a quick bath, a quick spritz, as it were. So if you're using your mask in a really easy setting, you're not building up a whole lot of sweat, you're not running around scaring people in a haunted house setting, if you're just using it for like photo shoots or cosplay appearances, or you just feel like lounging around the house in your mask, we're not going to judge, you can use alcohol in a spray bottle. Now, don't waste any of the good booze. Make sure you only use 91, 97, or 99% isopropyl alcohol, and you can give the mask a quick spritz on the outside if there's anything funky going on the outside, and then make sure you spray the inside. For me, I just like to pull the mask all the inside out. I know now. I know now. By the time I realized what it said, and I had already I know now. I can't go back.
That's all right.
And you take a lint-free cloth, and with the alcohol it will evaporate off the mask eventually, but you don't want any moisture to build up in the mask because mold can happen. So you can just give the mask a good wipe. Wipe. Take the mask, flip it right side out, and give it another quick pat down.
There we go. And that's a really quick way just to give your mask a quick spritz clean. If you're not doing a lot of things that are intensive, or you're not building up a whole lot of sweat, that way you can just put the mask right back on the head form. The alcohol will actually help it slide back on the head form, no problem, and you're good to go. When it comes to your masks, and if your mask has hair, we don't recommend giving it a full bath just because of the nature of the hair itself. It could be real hair or it can be synthetic hair, and there is a possibility that once you wash the mask, the hair may not return back to its original condition. Eyebrows are a little bit of an exception to this rule because we can usually style those back, but if your mask has head hair, we recommend just doing the alcohol spritz clean method just because we don't want to run any risk of screwing up your wonderful hair jobs. Alright guys, so the second method I'm going to show you is how to give your mask a bath. So that means actually getting water involved, getting some Dawn dish soap involved, and you're going to need a space that you can actually do this in. So for us, we are in this room with a lovely sink. You can do it in a bathtub. You can do it in a 5-gallon bucket of water. You have two buckets, one with soapy water, one with clean water. So here we go. Alright, so the second method is literally giving your mask a bath. Like I said before, it works best in a big sink, in a tub, or even 2 5-gallon buckets of water. What you do is you take your mask, you take your Dawn dish soap, and you get some water. Let that water run. Plug your sink. Use about a dime amount of Dawn dish soap. That's all you need, a little dab will do you. Take your mask and plop it in there. From here, I just dredge the mask back and forth in the water. Sometimes I'll turn it off to make sure I can get a good clean on it. Don't scrub, that's important. You don't want to use any abrasive materials on the mask, inside or outside, because eventually paint can wear, so you don't want to scrub whatsoever. I like to turn the masks inside out. That way I can make sure I'm getting a good clean on the part of the mask that does contact every person's face. This is especially important if you have more than one person wearing the mask. And you just dredge this guy in and out of the soapy water until you start to see the water change color, starts to get dirty or brown or anything like that. In this case, this mask is pretty clean. I didn't necessarily need to give him a bath, but this is for you guys. Once you are satisfied with the cleanliness of your mask, you will pull the plug or the drain or switch buckets, depending on what method you're using, and you will run the water over the mask until it runs clear. So plug is pulled, and here we go. Make sure you turn the mask back, correct side out. And now we're ready to dry them off. Alright guys, so now basically I'm going to show you how to dry off your mask. It seems pretty self-explanatory, but sometimes you need a few little suggestions. Personally, we like to make sure that we use lint-free cloths. That way there's no little debris pieces left over on the mask afterwards that you have to worry about peeling off later, especially if you have a mask that has UV on it. It's a little bit of a Debbie Downer when you go to wipe it off with a towel and it looks great, and then you put it back on, you go into UV room and you see a whole bunch of lint all over you. So what we use is we use these blue shop towels. They're light paper towels, but they're thicker, they're more durable, they're more absorbent, and they don't leave anything behind. So once your mask is ran clear, run through the water and you're ready to dry it off, grab them and you plop them down on your paper towels, and honestly, you dab them. You dab them, you blot them, and you dab them. You're going to want to make sure that you get into every nook and cranny that you can in your mask. Personally, I like to try to make sure I get all of the water, as much of the water on the outside done as possible first. Most all the water on the outside is gone. And you see here, I'm just dotting. I'm not rubbing, I'm not scrubbing, I'm just blotting. All right, and then once I'm comfortable with that, I'll take the mask and I'll turn him inside out, inside out. And you wanna make sure you get all of the water out from the inside, because you do not want any moisture left in here to build up any kind of mold whatsoever. That's why a quick clean with the alcohol is a good start, because the alcohol will evaporate out. But with the water, you're gonna wanna make sure that you get into every single little cranny, especially in the nose, the mouth, and the ear areas. Hugo's pretty easy because he is pretty simple when it comes to his crevices. But yeah, there we go, there's that guy. And we're gonna pull him right side out again. Now this might be a little tricky because now that the silicone is clean, it may stick to each other, but there you go. Alrighty, back down on my towels. And one more go around on the outside here. Alrighty. And that's pretty much that. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. That's how you wash your silicone masks. The process is going to be the same for any of our silicone products. When it comes to our gloves or our SILJIBs, the small intestines, the large intestines, all the guts, the hearts, the brains, all that good stuff can be washed in the same way. They can be quick cleaned with a spritz of alcohol, or if you want to give them a deep clean, you can definitely give them a bath in soapy water, in a tub, a sink, 5-gallon bucket of water, whatever you have available to you. When it comes to temperature of the water, I prefer to use lukewarm water. It's a good happy medium. It's not too cold, it's not too hot, it's your Goldilocks zone. That's a good place to be when it comes to washing your masks. And make sure you only use about a dime amount of Dawn dish soap, depending on how many masks you're washing, but a little dab will do you. Just a note, when it comes to washing the gloves, the moisture can get down all the way into the fingertips, and the gloves are a little tricky to turn completely inside out, especially if there's a lot of buildup going on the outside. So just be mindful of that when you're drying out the gloves, and try to have a paper towel or some other absorption method to be able to get down all the way into those fingertips. Honestly, a little bit of a hair dryer on a cool setting will totally get that taken care of for you. So guys, once again, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Tabitha with Composite Effects. You just were shown how to wash your silicone mask, so get to it, get clean, and we'll see you soon. Hi guys, thanks for tuning into the channel and watching this video. Please make sure you give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and tune in for many more videos that we have coming in. You can check out some of our movement videos here, and you can check out some of our other videos from when we had Fansworld at CFX here. See you soon.